guys, Stiggy here at the Guitar Loft. How are you? Just here for another Stiggy's top tip. I want to talk to you a little bit about humidity and the damage that it can actually do to your acoustic guitar. Depending on where you live, hotter environments can't be kind to acoustic guitars. So you can buy what's known as guitar humidifiers. Basically what they do is they just put the moisture back into the guitar. Now I went on a certain site not long ago and they were selling these guitar humidifiers for $20. $20. That's like 15 quid. Think about what you could spend that money on. Okay, so I was thinking I could come up with something that does exactly the same job and can stop the damage to your guitar. Now humidity damage, it can cause cracks. It can cause poor playability. A guitar that plays great some time of the year, once the actual humidity hits and the wood contracts, it can cause buzzes and all sorts, and it's just not good. So what actually happens is the wood contracts, so the soundboard can actually move down, okay, and it can cause the neck to move and everything like that. Now the inside of an acoustic guitar isn't coated. It doesn't have a finish on it. It's just bare wood. So what you need to do is set up an environment in there which is actually good, which is humid, or should I say, which is actually moist. And what I've come up with is this. Okay, it sounds a bit Blue Peter or a bit MacGyver, but you know, I hope you like it. Get yourself a plastic top. It can be a butter tub or anything. Basically, all you need is something that will slide under the strings and be held down by the strings and cover your sound hole. This is actually the actual top to a ream of CDs because it's the perfect diameter. I've cut it down so it fits just snugly so that the actual strings hold it down, and I've popped a hole through the top. The other thing that you're going to need is a wire or a piece of string and a kitchen sponge, any sponge, it doesn't matter. You will have all these things in your house, and obviously some water and some scissors. Put a hole in the top, put your stuff through it, put your string through it, and tie a knot in it. Now, with it not being finished, the one thing that you don't want is the wet sponge hitting the wooden back of your guitar inside your sound hole, because you'll get water stains and you'll never get rid of them. So you just want it to suspend inside. You don't want it to touch anything. And the aim of the game is not actually to absolutely soak your guitar. So you can see what I've done here. Through the hole, tie a knot, through the sponge, tie a knot. Okay? Wet it. Damp the sponge to the extent where you want to be able to wring it out and there's no water coming out. You just want it damp. Okay? Now because this is a closed environment, when this top goes on, it will be moist. It'll have a moisture source inside. Slide that inside the guitar. Not to make as much noise as possible. Underneath your strings, over the sound hole, make sure that you cover the holes. That's what you want. Okay, the string tension will actually hold it in place. You can see, that's what it is. Now if you look at on that certain site, you'll see it's a sponge with a plastic cover and a string, and that's it. And that, you've got everything in the house to do it. Humidity damage is the killer of expensive instruments. So if you've got a guitar, expensive guitars or normal guitars that spend a lot of time not being played or stored in cases in a central heated house, then this is what you need to do. You can make loads of them, you can put them in. If you go back to it every 4 or 5 days and you feel the sponge, you'll see that it's completely dry. Now because that's a captive, a closed environment, it's only gone one place. It's gone into the wood. If you've got cracks in the body, right, that are caused by that, you'll actually notice that them start to close up a little bit. Okay? You might take 3 or 4 times to do this, and then what you'll actually find is that the body can't take any more. Okay? And then the cracks have sealed up completely. They're still there because it's still in the finish, but the actual body is stable. Okay? So make yourself one of those. Piece of sponge, piece of string or a piece of wire, and a plastic cover, and then you'll be safe. If you go on that site and have a look, you'll see it's exactly the same thing. It saved you a bit of money. I've been Stiggy. I've been Stiggy at the Guitar Loft. I'll see you in the next video.